Hey everybody, this is Solus44 and welcome back to an All the Mods for, well, that's mining slow, isn't it? All the Mods for Minecraft 1.14. And yeah, I enjoy this laser a lot. In fact, I think it's probably my favorite mod in the whole thing right now. I've done a lot of work since the last time I recorded the 1.14 video of All the Mods for. I wanted to cover a few things. Um, Look at a few things that I've done. I've done a lot, a whole lot. In fact, I don't know how much farther I need to go before it's time for me to just go ahead and head to the end and kill the dragon. And I don't know. I do need to go to the end at some point, and it may be sooner than later. Oh, I'm out of fuel. Sooner than later, just because I want to make sure that I get some ender pearls. I'm hurting for ender pearls. In fact, that's the one resource that I haven't been able to grow. So I'm under the ground mining. I've been doing a lot of branch mining or strip mining. I don't know what you want to call it. So it's just basically me going through and collecting every single resource that I can possibly find. I worked solid steady despite a lot of glitches. I've sent out a few crash reports. Just put it that way. I hate to say it, but I did have to cheat in a few things that basically were stolen from me through glitches and whatnot, and I'm just not going to allow that to be a thing where the game says, okay, that's gone, and now, see, I might turn that generator on. Even though you've worked really hard to get it, and you've done all the time, you spent all the time putting it together, and then all of a sudden it's gone. I'm not going to do that. The mining laser did disappear on me once already, so I had to get a new mining laser, and I had 2 upgrades in it, so I went ahead and got myself a new one of those for free. I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't gonna happen. As you can see, though, I have spent a considerable amount of time. Well, that's my next location. No, it's 2 blocks. I go when I do this kind of mining, I go 2 blocks over because I got a 3x3 upgrade, which I worked straight for. That was it. Obviously, I just now started getting flight, kind of. It's not super fast, but, you know, it gets me where I need to go. I went down in this ravine, and I collected a ton of diamonds and iron, and I did lose all my copper due to one of those glitches. I did not, I should have collected up my copper again. Unfortunately, that's just how things go. Looks like I've got someone coming. I'm going to work on my lighting. Since the last video, I've done a large amount of building. I tried to make things look okay. I ain't going to say they do, but I tried my best. I mean, not bad, right? I mean, for me, this is a tiny little house. I don't do that sort of thing very often. Oh, here we go. Look at this. I made a special dagger just for it. I'm not gonna die. Wow, no, lots of moves. Yeah, I'm gonna die on camera. So get that. I don't feel like doing that today. Wow, they are just aggro. Let's get this day over with, and maybe I'll die in my house if I'm safe. I see the enemy trying to get me. I don't know if he can reach me or not. If I die, I die. Whatever. I made this special. It says 18 extra damage versus Enderman and a 4, so it should kill them with 1 shot. But obviously that didn't work. So that's 3 hits, and I got an Ender Pearl. Cool. Let's make that a priority. Wow. Did that ever stop? That was close. Dude was stealing my grass blocks? What a jerk. So, yeah. I built this all out of brick, which took absolutely forever. And I did not want anyone to sit there and watch me build from a brick. Bricks take forever. I'm never doing this again. So, there you go, brick house. These are ash blocks from Biomes of Plenty. In my other mod pack, they actually can be used for burning and whatnot. So I gathered up a very large amount of them and found out they were not yet, well, in this mod pack, they're useless other than building material. And so I used them for building material. Um, yeah, I have not done refined storage yet. I will be doing that soon. I solely focused, or I focused completely as much as I could on mystical agriculture because I know that that's the fastest way for me to get a ton of resources, and then found out that you need to do specific things in order for that to happen as well. So I'm a little disappointed in that as well. There's just a lot of bugs left in 1.14 that I think very wisely other content creators are avoiding this playthrough. There's a couple of them I've seen, and they're doing okay. In fact, Chosen Architect, he's awesome. You can check out his channel. He is doing a great job. Yeah, if you're seeing this, you've probably seen his run through. He knows this stuff inside and out already, it seems like, or at least he's spending a lot of time looking it up. Or his builds are always better than mine anyway, and his video editing skills and audio and all that stuff are top of the line. He's a pro. I, on the other hand, have done everything I could, except for I have not set up an XNet for these. Just because I didn't see any reason to automate seed creation yet. I do want to point out a few things for mystical agriculture that I've discovered. Do not use the farming for blockheads at all, the mod. I don't know if he's done that or not, but it will crash you to desktop. I've submitted that crash log in a couple of times now with different things because I was trying to make it so that you couldn't trample these. So with mystical agriculture now, the new way things are done is instead of growing different tiers of inferium, you actually make the soil itself with the inferium level. So if you make a tier 5 or 6, these, I think that's 4 or 5. Let me take a look here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I hit farm. You get these. This is inferium farmland, and you can tier it all the way up to supremium. That's basically what you're going to do with your different, and they changed the name of this one to tertium, and this one to imperium. So the authors changed the name of the essence, but you use the essence, well, let's just do this again. So you use the essence like this with a hoe, and it goes in like this, and you get the different tiers of, basically you can scale it up. It's supposed to produce far more if you put it on a better block. That's yet to be seen. I've done some mathing, and to be honest with you, I don't think it's as good as it's supposed to be. Maybe it's because I focused on diamonds, and first thing, I wanted diamonds, and so it doesn't take a lot of diamonds to make a diamond seed, and then once you start growing it on good land, you get enough seeds, you can reproduce it over and over. I also made some fire because eventually I know when this mod pack is done, I should be able to use fire to make lava, and I can automate some lava production. But this is just a starter farm, just so that I could have something for base materials, literally for base materials. I ran out of bricks. I got tired of making bricks, so obviously I switched over to stone and smooth stone, which is actually, it's pretty neat looking. I just checker patterned it real quick. Farmland wise, I could set up an automatic sheep shearing machine of some sorts. That's pretty easy to do. If you want me to do that, go ahead and like and comment down below, and I will be more than happy to set up a quick hasty one. I did run across these mystery wood logs, which I thought this is pretty beautiful for scenery. Not really that special. It doesn't have anything like powers, or it creates anything independently different from the rest of vanilla Minecraft. Speaking of which, though, I do need to point out, in my world, I haven't seen it happen in any playthroughs I've watched yet, but wood logs and the oak logs, and other types are now invalid in crafting recipes for me. That being said, I can show you what I mean. Oh yeah, hit farm. Check this out. These, don't use these. Anything that says farming for blockheads, it's trash. Or at least it is for right now. it'll get fixed, I'm sure. But don't do it. And definitely don't try to combine it with Mystical Agriculture. You're looking for a game crash. And I don't know if it'll corrupt your world or not, so please, if you can't avoid it. Worm farms, that's not what I wanted. But I'm going to leave them in my inventory because I did spend a lot of resources doing that. So chests. Chests are the issue. I had a very early game. I crafted one of these chests and I got a oak chest by Quark. I needed these chests by Minecraft, just plain ones, because those are the ones that you can use to make pretty much everything. Especially when I was beginning, I needed hoppers, because hoppers are earlier automation and you need a chest. And it says that they are, right there, it shows that they are basically ore dictionary. I don't know what it's really called, but I couldn't get them to work. Did they fix it? They fixed it. Okay. Great. That means that part's fixed. Chest. There. As you can see, I cannot make a chest with the wood. The wood planks aren't ore dictionaried. But if I go here and I type in oak, not planks, but oak, I can make an oak chest, but it says oak chest Quark. And then there's always the older oak chest Quark. So I cannot make the original chest, and it causes recipe issues like a lot. So I try to contact the mod author on Twitter, and he sent me back a, hey, you need to go ahead and submit that to GitHub or something. I'm thinking, no, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's going to directly come to be having that issue. So maybe when I make a new world, it'll load up correctly. So this was my first attempt at using XNet to automate things as well. So everything here is powered by XNet, and at least I figured that part out. I am not going to go into a tutorial on XNet. I will just embarrass myself, but I can give the basics of how much of a mess this can become. There it goes. It's a mess. However, I have figured out by myself, so it's possible to kind of suss out how to do this, where power distribution goes to anything that is connected. I can at least, do that. I can at least do that. I've also made it so that this chest here connects. As you can see, they disappear. It's connected to the different machines. And so it should be going from this crusher to this crusher, or actually it looks like the priority got pushed to this one for some reason. But it should go from this one to this one to this electric furnace, but it's wonky. I don't know. I guess I don't know the logic like I should. Eventually I'll be using, when I get this leveled all the way up to the fastest and most efficient furnace, I'll be going to that one. At the beginning I found that, yeah, the simple storage network worked great for me so far. It allows me to connect a colossal chest, which is underground over here. It's actually below this right here. You can kind of see it. And that colossal chest is able to hold a lot of items, and so are these gold barrels. In fact, it seems like they're not even close to being full. So I've got a lot of room. I was able to automate completely the fluid extractor and the latex processor. Oh, I got some dry rubber left in there. The only thing I needed to do now would be do a block placer, so that it just constantly places like wood logs and stuff, and specifically Minecraft logs. I don't know why, but some logs don't want to work with the industrial foregoing. I'm sure that's going to be fixed sooner or later, but you can automate it. But I don't really see any reason to make it so that I have thousands of things of plastic. That's a waste of my time. I don't even know why. Actually, I probably don't even need to be doing this. But yeah, why not go ahead and get some plastic? I mean, plastic, once you get enough, I've got 8 right now. If you right click on it, you can check it out. Most of the time it's 2 to 4 per recipe. There's 9. So 36 plastic at the most is probably going to cover most of what you're going to need. So if you really wanted to make multiples of stuff for ramping up production of whatnot, yeah, make a stack and then call it a day. And you can do that by hand. It's slow process extracting that stuff anyway, so latex extraction is not a problem for me anymore. But it's automated. Using XNet, I was able to. Oh, I got sleep. Using XNet, I was able to automate the fluid transporting, and that was huge, and it still is huge. I will forever now be very, very mindful that if XNet is inside of a modpack, I'm going to be using XNet a lot for fluid transport. Just because with very little power, I was able to use a kitchen sink, which is, from what I can gather, is OP. It just generally can produce more fluid than any other water source that I know of right now, and very fast. It doesn't seem to run out. It's a crazy infinite water source. Anyway, the sink is connected to the XNet down below, and it's any water I need for anything will be provided from that. Eventually, I will be taking and replacing or adding on refined storage, the real refined storage instead of the simple storage. It's kind of confusing, I understand that, but I'm going to be adding that together because, I mean, I have these RF energy cables. The cables are all wonky as well. They don't connect correctly, or they look like they're not, so it's kind of funny. Even these don't. I don't know if it's a texture issue. There's just a lot to do yet for 1.14, so I can see why people are hesitating, the mod authors are hesitating to do anything serious with it. So this is my little fishing area here. You know, I kind of made a simulated dock to go fishing on. I will be getting to aquaculture too sooner or later, where I've got some worms already made, but you can just drop off stuff inside here. You can cook the fish here when you catch them, or you can come out here and go fish in. Industrial foregoings, water collection doesn't work, although I tried using that first. That was a waste. Obviously, it's got power. It doesn't work. And in fact, if you turn the show or hide work area, it can cause glitches with the water, and I don't want to mess with it, so I just left it sitting there with power being wasted. That's okay, because I got plenty of power. As far as I can tell, I've never run out, and I'm not using a whole lot. I've got these 2 solar panel 3s and 3 solar panel 1s, and they're providing most of the power. I do have a coal generator and a battery from Cyclic, which is not finished, I can tell. So, yeah, I think like it's got some go, which is okay. It's had some issues in the past. I did create this strainer base because I look at all these resources. I mean, this is where I got all my clay I needed, or at least a lot of it. I just kept on creating those to make bricks, but it takes a long time to cook things in this mod pack, even with a lot of furnaces. And yeah, I'm not going to spend that much wasteful time just sitting there watching that or show everybody, hey, this is how I did this. But I think it looks alright. I wanted a full view of my dock. I kind of messed up with my simple storage, and I left the piping one space too high. I wanted it down one more. But it looks like I have some barrels from fishing in the back of the house. I decided to get this guy to come in. This is a trade station or a market. I always get one of these during every mod pack run I do, just because it could provide you with stuff, but we're talking about way over expensive items. I suppose if you're desperate and you really need a dark oak sapling because you want to build with dark oak, yeah, that's great. And it's going to cost you an emerald. First of all, I don't have any emeralds, and I won't have any for a while. Second of all, I'm not spending an emerald on a dark oak sapling. Maybe later when I'm tired of building with the materials that are abundant already, because there are a lot of different building materials in 1.14's all the mods pack. This is what wheat looks like, isn't it weird? It's kind of goldenish. I don't know. The hemp's got some good visual glitches. Yeah, it's hemp. Trust me, it's hemp. Anyway, it's useful. It's a very useful resource. Very, very useful. But and you get it by breaking grass. You just bust enough grass, and eventually you'll get. Oh, I got cucumber, wheat, and these aubergine, mystical world. I don't know. Take a look. I've got an amethyst helmet, which gives me some luck. I did have a full set of silver on because I thought this little blessed thing was pretty cool, and the extra damage is idea. Sounds awesome. Unfortunately, once again, not quite sure how it works, and I don't think it's working. I'll be working more towards getting the arcane gold and the arcane stuff soon. Just gotta go kill the dragon. Once I kill the dragon, it's over. But all I have to do is get a bow. I'm gonna get a bow, and I'm gonna enchant the living tar out of it, and yeah, go from there. So that's the entire house. There's nothing much to what I've done. I worked very hard at getting all these resources, including the slime seeds, obsidian seeds, dye seeds, diamonds, of course. But I have wood. I've got all the basic ones I needed. Earth, diamond, quartz is going to be huge. Nature seeds. You can use those to craft pretty much whatever you need. I don't have a remote storage yet. A remote? So let me go make a remote. I've been putting that off far too long. Let's just go ahead and put all this stuff away. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make that remote. All you have to do is type in remote. And you see this little remote. It doesn't work super far away. Do I have enough to make? I think I should. Okay, all I need is the quartz then. So block of quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. And voila, I got the storage network master. I can show you how to set up all this. And the remote. I finally have the remote. It doesn't work super far, but now that I right-clicked on the storage network master, I can then use the remote to get items out. Unfortunately, there isn't a crafting component to this remote. Mod author, if you ever do see this video and people see this video, please make it so that I can make a crafting remote. That'd be really great. Is there one? You know, I say that and I haven't even looked. I guess at that point I would just go ahead and I'm going to use the refined storage. I love refined storage, so I'm super happy that it's here. Probably the next video that you see when I come back, I will have myself a refined storage system. Yeah, let's just cover that up. That looks horrible. I do have a few bricks left. Direwolf's stuff is amazing. I'm not going to down it, talk bad about it, or anything at all. I have a huge amount of upgrades in it. This is like the favorite thing I have in this whole entire thing. And I don't know if he knows, but you can charge stuff that's not from his mod pack in his charger. Or maybe he does, I don't know. But I've got a stone jetpack, which is pretty much junk, but I don't have enough copper to go to the next level. I need to get bronze, and the only way to do that is with copper and tin. Or I could just do straight copper and then go from there. So I'll be going after copper next. I have an inventory furnace generator, but it's I guess it's experimental too, because it should be charging up my stone jetpack. I thought it would be charging it up if it was on me, but it doesn't seem to work like that. So I do have flight. That's why I was flying around earlier, but this is, you know, this is it. Gotta be careful and remember that the jetpack doesn't have a whole lot of juice. It's not super powerful. But now I can start really building out. I usually wait until I can fly before I can build out and do things extreme. I want to build a very big tower over in this direction, and I'll be doing that sometime soon. I believe right here is going to be the place. I have to check the mod. Wow, that sound effect's loud. I'll have to check the chunks. I want to check the chunks and make sure that it's safe. But I want to build a mob farm here in this area. Pretty tall, just like 1.14 vanilla, pretty much. It's not really necessary at this point. I think I can probably run through and kill whatever I needed to anyway. But it's a little easier to just let it run and do its thing, so I could collect things like spider eyes and, believe it or not, Inferium. Oh, I run through so much Inferium. I have a watering can, and I still haven't even made the best watering can. It takes a little while for me to use it. I saw somebody else, I'm not going to say every 5 minutes, but I saw someone else using a watering can with a clicker or something in his, I don't know, his keybind. And he was just sitting here just going at it like really fast. And yeah. I know how to set up the harvester to work with this. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that, but I have to make upgrades for it so that it can do a farmer of more than one square. I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see, but I know that the initial deal isn't very large. And I want to be able to harvest and replant because you have to replant. So I have to have a sower running and a harvester running at all times. I'll have to figure out the logistics for that, but I'll use XNet for that as well. Yeah, the reason for that is because there's very poor piping right now for logistics in 1.14 in all the mods 4, and there isn't any not really. I mean, there's some. When Ender IO gets in here, life will be so much better. I do need to make the exchanger and the building gadget, and I might as well go ahead and do that. I put that off long enough as well. And yeah. Now the biggest advantage to that storage is it doesn't take any power. So I know a lot of people will rush power really big time. I did not. I rushed solar panels. I made a few solar panels and that was it. First I just started off with the tier 1, and the thing is if you just put it down and you use it with a battery, a coal generator and that, you're good for a long time in this mod pack. You'll be able to do quite a bit because you seriously, absolutely will be mining like crazy. If you're not, then you're missing out. You need to mine a lot. I always mine a ton anyway. I don't want to leave that like that. Let's just go ahead and charge this. Anyway, I just wanted to give people a little bit of a walkthrough again of what I've done and build and whatnot. I've not really done anything special. I did find some of these silkworm things. I just was chopping down some trees. This is my little silkworm farm. They're, cute little grubs, I guess. They look like maggots. I don't even know. I was just chopping down a ton of trees, and I got this little ball, and I threw the ball on the ground, and then I've got these silky cocoons, which allows you to get use this, by the way, the spindle doesn't cost anything. A stick and 3 slabs, and a trap. So, like, 1 iron is the worst part. If you get that spindle, I mean, for 1 silky cocoon, you get 9 silk threads, which I don't know why I haven't made this. Oh, yes, the membrane. I gotta do that yet. That's going to be key for processor binding for refined storage, but it gives you these silk threads that you can use for fishing, and fishing is a decent way of getting some good stuff. Blue power is in here. I only use it for minor things, but if you look, you can get a canvas bag, and that's what I use, is a canvas bag. It's a pretty good amount of storage. As you can see, I was mining, and I totally forgot I left all that stuff in there. A couple of those, and you can mine for, I don't know, for a whole day. I just mine and mine and mine and mine. Now I mine at a 3x3 with Dyer's upgrade, and it took forever before I could actually afford it. But now that I have it, it's invaluable. I don't know. I think it's amazing, really. Kind of cheaty, I guess, in a little way, because you're not... I don't know. I don't really care if it's cheaty. I like it. It's awesome. It's expensive to make, so it's kind of, kind of even. But see, like, a little bit of flying around I did already zapped my resource on that one. Let's go ahead and add that. I like this too. It's got a little floating deal. It changes colors as it charges. So if you're walking to it, you know if it's charged or not. You're like, oh look, it's charged. It's green. And there it is. It's green. So I got the building gadget now. I got this. I can fly. I'm probably building some towers. I don't even know. It's going to be hard to match the color scheme of my area. I filled in. This is my mine entrance. You saw me go up. Yeah, it's way deep down. It goes all the way down to bedrock at some points. And I've been just mining like crazy. I've already opened the nether up. I went down to the nether. The nether creatures are crazy. They are smarter, I think, in this version of Minecraft. All of them are, seems to be. I've seen skeletons dodge me, which I've never seen that before. Creepers will wait outside your door. I don't know. They usually despawn, but they're just waiting there for me. Yeah, I'll be terraforming some of this. I want to terraform a whole chunk of this, fill it in, and out there I'm going to fill it in. I want to leave a little pond right here so it's a fishing area. The aquatic mod's in here, so you can do, let me put my pack on, I want to fly. You can get some fish to form. You want to, you know, have a little decorative thing of fish. I got to get some turtle stuff done because turtles are awesome. Who doesn't like turtles? And I want to do some far exploring now that I've got flight, which I just got today. I want to fly around and look at some of the other cool trees. This one I thought was mineral tree last time, and it's not. But you know, I think it's a worthwhile pack. I've killed I don't even know how many of these guys, these traders. Yeah, I don't have any emeralds. I don't have emeralds, so. And I'm gonna go look for emeralds, but it's not like I found any mining, and I thought maybe I would. Oh, there's some pumpkins. I need some pumpkins too. The oil can be refined into a plastic. I haven't really, I don't know, I haven't put any effort at all in towards going through the industrial part of the automation on that. I've been playing other mod packs as well, and answering questions and whatnot. So, yeah, I just wanted to give a quick, hey, this is what's going on with me on all the mods 4. I know I introduced it once and then kind of let it go. There's a little village for me to explore. Oh, I'm about to run out of juice. Yep, good thing I didn't die. I came over here and there's this, look, oh, just land fishing. Yeah, so I'm going to come over here to this village and I'm going to hook these guys up. That's my actual very next thing I got to do. They've already got a golem, so I'm just going to go ahead and give them everything they need as far as giving them jobs and growing them with beds. Got to clear out all this grass. Shouldn't be but a couple buckets of water to get rid of that. Make some farmers. And, you know, get some raids going. Do some basic vanilla stuff that I haven't really done a whole lot of at all. Because I spent, I don't know, days doing XNet trying to figure out how that worked. But that's the point of this whole thing, is for me to learn new stuff so that way I'm more valuable to anyone that views these videos. If they want any assistance with something, I can probably give them an answer. XNet is a pain, but I think it is also extremely powerful. In fact, it's probably, if you're really good with it, it's probably more powerful than most other logistics mods. Alright, sorry about the interruption there. Looks like I still receive robocalls, even though I've put myself on a do not call list. Anyway, sorry for that interruption. I'm going to call it into this video. I just wanted to give another, hey, Q&A offer out to anyone who wants some assistance, who wants to play the same mod pack as me, and say, hey, how's this work? What's this do? What you doing here? Let me see. Is there anything I missed? Oh, yes, cosmetic armor's in this mod pack. So, let's say I have the stone jetpack on, and I don't want it to look like I'm wearing... There you go. So it looks like I'm wearing regular silver armor all the way across, even though I'm wearing the jetpack over here. It doesn't give you any added thing to it. Yeah. The jetpack itself only has a level 2 armor, so it's not really as strong as the one I'm wearing, but once you get higher graded jetpacks, it's not too bad. These are drying racks. I don't use those. They're just for decoration, but I did use them when I first started off, so I decided to keep them. There's my smoker, a blast furnace, and a fletching table, and a loom so that I can do some decorative stuff if I want to, and a trash can because, yeah, I mean, who doesn't run across a ton of trash? And when this thing filled up, I was like, what do? I need to keep some things. So I just hopper whatever I want to into the trash, and it takes care of it, but it can be used for a lot of different things. So I'm going to do a little bit of editing to this video. Hopefully I get enough of it done that, you know, some people are interested in my content. Some people are not. I don't know. But I wanted to give people a chance to offer some suggestions to build something. Or if they need some assistance with a mod that's in 1.14, like, hey, can you do this for me? How does this work? How do you connect these together? Is there a way of prioritizing them, which there are with advanced ones? How did you make this function? I know that there's a button right there, so you gotta give this redstone signal to turn it on. Gosh, there's just so much new stuff. It's too hard to cover it all, and I'm not going to do a play-by-play. so many other modpack and content players are out there doing that already, and I'm not going to have the video quality that they are, so I went ahead and decided, just do what I do, offer up a little bit of assistance, and, have a little bit of fun. So I just, I'm going to build a lounge chair and just going to sit here and fish. That's going to be what I do. And then if people put in comments down below, I'll go do what they ask. The next thing to do also would be for me to build another house. So I have a little small village here. I will bring villagers here and have them live with me. That way they are annoying when I do these videos, just to make people a little bit triggered. And they'll be like, hey, all I'm hearing is that weird sound all the time. I'm like, yeah, it's because I'm in a city full of villagers. That's what we do. We live in a city. Yeah. Anyhow, this is Souls44, and thanks for stopping by. Happy holidays to everyone. Enjoy my other series, my Fun Day with Family, which is with my kids. We are on a LAN playing Direwolf 20's mod pack by Feed the Beast. Please feel free to stop by that. That one's actually really entertaining. A little less more grindy and far less more me just talking about, me doing comments in my place I'm living at right now. Look forward also to another Project Ozone 3 video coming up very soon. I think I'm just going to go ahead and complete it and call it a day on that one. There's not very much left for me to do with Project Ozone 3. I've worked my way enough that I'm not doing singularities and junk. Oh, there's my, stack of 14 plastic. So, yeah, a couple buckets of plastic and you're good. Yeah, so I get to watch the sun. Is it set in the east in this game? They're set in the west. Oh, there it is. There's the sunset. So I will eventually make it so that I can watch. I think I'll have to tear down that wall so I can watch the sunset in the game. Anyway, it's Souls44. Talk to you all later. Have a great one. Yeah, let's end recording there.